God day. It's popping. Welcome to the morning shift with Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. Yes, today is Saturday. It's an amazing day today, man. Amazing day to be alive. Once again, let's just take a few seconds to be in gratitude here. Just take a few seconds to be in gratitude. Take a few seconds to just breathe. Just take deep breaths. Just know that you got an opportunity today to that you woke up. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the morning shift with Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. Saturday, y'all day to you, y'all day. I'm excited to be here. You know what I'm saying? We here Monday through Saturday. We here every Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. California time. This is the morning shift with Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. Today, we got an amazing subject, man. You're not punished, you're being prepared. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Let me see if this lighting is cool, right? See, a lot of times, let me check this light right quick, y'all. I thought I did this already, but maybe I didn't. There we go. So just know you're not being punished, you're being prepared. A lot of times, preparation looks like separation, right? Sometimes preparation can look like isolation, right? Sometimes when you're being prepared for something, it can look like you being isolated. It can look like that people are leaving you or people are separating themselves from you. That's the raw reality. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. I appreciate y'all. The raw reality is sometimes in life, it can look like people leaving you. You can look like you being separated. But let me tell you, that's the biggest sign of knowing that you're going in the right direction in life. It's Saturday morning, right? We waking up with the right perspective. Putting the right perspective in your heart. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the roses. What y'all throwing me roses? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, y'all. Man, feel good to get a rose or something, you know? I'm talking to my TikTok people. I'm also streaming on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and who else? Yeah, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn and Instagram. I'm streaming. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the heart. Yo, thank you for the heart, man. I appreciate y'all. Today gonna be real simple, you know. Probably be before y'all about an hour. And today we're gonna be talking about how you're not being punished, you're being prepared. And a lot of us gotta realize when we got a lot of big things to do in life, sometimes you get moved away. Excuse me. When you got big things to do in life, sometimes you get set aside. You feel me? Sometimes you get set aside. You know, sometimes you can get separated from the crowd. But listen, how many know in order to lead an orchestra, you got to turn your back to the crowd? In order to lead an orchestra, you have to turn your back to the crowd. Welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. What does that mean? Your perspective will become your life. However you see a thing, you will most likely experience it. So I'm here, top of the day, to say, set your perspective straight right now. Set your perspective straight right now. What does that mean? That means only see what you wish to experience. Only allow what you want to be your life, to be your thoughts. Share the live if you think somebody feel this, y'all. Share the live. Invite your friends, man. We're gonna be here for the next hour, um, just having a conversation. As I said, welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield. Quickly, just get some things out the way. If y'all could, go over to YouTube and give me a follow, man. YouTube, Corey_Cofield is my YouTube. Y'all go check me out. A lot of my long form content, I'm preparing to film, will be on YouTube, right? So y'all check out the YouTube. We'll definitely have a lot of stuff that'll be able to help you, resonate with you. Yeah, so I appreciate that if y'all could. We also go over to the website, CoreyCofield.com. The website, CoreyCofield.com. You go get all your custom merch, like Make America Dream Again. You feel me? I do not support any political party at all. Do not support any political party at all. I do not endorse no political party at all. This hat is simply what I feel like we need, because I feel like people have walked away from their dreams. People have walked away from their dreams and they started to do what they had to do to survive, but we were never meant to be like that. We were never meant to be like that. Your dream was meant to create your provision, right? If you think about it, everything that we're working for today, just say if you got a 9 to 5 job, right? Think about your 9 to 5. No matter what your 9 to 5 job is, somebody thought of that. That job was somebody's dream. It was somebody's vision. And they went, they pursued it, they did what they had to do, and now they got you working for it, right? And so that shows you that dreams work. That shows you that ideas work. Because a lot of us are working for some of these ideas. But I'm telling you, you got your same ideas inside of you. You got the same things that you were meant to do that's inside of you, that was meant to provide for your children's children. So, find out. We talking about finding out how that is. And this is another thing, right? In life, um, your path will provide the necessary necessities for your life. What do I mean by that? Like the path that you on, your calling, what your purpose will provide. It within your purpose is everything you need to get done, right? Just say case in point. In my new book, Follow Your Yellow Brick Road, Your Passion Leads to Your Provision. This book is about following your passion, following your path, your yellow brick road, right? The ironic thing about this is when you on your path, when you walking on the path that you're supposed to walk on, you'll meet everybody conducive with helping you move forward. On your path is everything you need to help you be great. And that's why it's important to walk on your path. That's why it's important to stay on your lane, to stay in your lane, because in your lane is literally everything you need. In your lane is everything you need to help you jump the line. In your lane, when you're moving in your path, just say like y'all remember the Wiz, right? The Wizard of Oz. Some of us saw the Wiz, some saw the Wizard of Oz, right? Either one you saw, we were able to observe Dorothy on her yellow brick road. Dorothy's trying to get home. So for y'all who may not know about it, the Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, was a movie about this young lady named Dorothy who got caught up in this storm, and it took her to this faraway place where it's like a dreamland. She landed there, and now she's trying to get back home because it was a big storm, and the storm blew her house away, and it blew her to Oz, this wonderful, mystical, dreaming place, right? But now she's she has the task of getting back home, finding her way back home. And this is what the whole movie was about. This was the whole story about, like, Dorothy finding her way back home. So she meets some interesting people, characters that gives her tips and say, yo, you got to follow your yellow brick road. You got to go to your path. You got to go to your path, and so they direct her to her yellow brick road, where she proceeds to follow this path home. Now, ironically, as long as she was on this path, she met the people that was conducive to helping her get what she needed. Like, she bumped into the Tin Man and the Scarecrow and the Lion. All these characters had attributes that she needed, right? All these characters had attributes that she needed to get home. The lion was looking for courage, right? I think the Tin Man was looking for a brain, right? And I think the Scarecrow was looking for a heart, or maybe vice versa. And so the point is, as long as Dorothy stayed on her yellow brick road, she bumped into the people she needed. But the minute she stepped off her yellow brick road, she bumped into flying monkeys and wicked witches. And that's ironic to me, right? It's like, the more you're on your path, the more you stay on your yellow brick road, the more you meet the people that you're supposed to meet. But it's when you jump off your path, is when you bump into people that was never supposed to be in your life. And so it's mandatory that we stay on our path. It's mandatory that we stay in our lane, that we stay connected to what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of us get caught up where we get on our mother's lane or our father's lane, our brothers, our sisters, our friends. We try to insert ourselves into their situations. We try to insert ourselves into their lives and do what they're doing. But how many know, just because your parents do it, it might not be the best thing for you to do? How many know, just because your brothers do it, your family do it, or your friends do it, it may not be the best thing for you, right? And so you have to deal with your life based upon what you're meant to do. You have to consider everything in your life based upon what you're meant to do. Not what somebody else is meant to do, not what your mom is meant to do, or anybody else. It has to be based on your calling. And so when that is the key and the case, which it is, everybody's life is based upon what they've meant to do. Everything you have inside of you, all your character, all your emotions, everything inside of you was put there to help you accomplish what you were meant to accomplish for your life, right? Everything in you was put there to help you be great and to help you operate in what you were supposed to operate in, right? But let me tell you, one of the fastest ways to know if you're on the right track is when you begin to get separated, when you begin to get isolated, And see, some of us, when people pull out our lives or people are removed from our lives, we start feeling away. You start feeling away like, oh, this person left, or this person, or I had to leave this one situation. Let me tell you, the biggest way to, the biggest way I found that Yah, the biggest way that I found that Yah prepares a person is through separation. The biggest way that I found that a person is being ready to go to the next level is when they're been isolated. Right? Think about this. When a boxer, you ever saw a sport where the boxing where before the fight, if you see the boxer who's about to box, they're in a room by themselves. They may have a few little people in there with them. They're in there warming up, getting ready, like shh, shh, shh. You don't see them out in the crowd, kicking it with the crowd, like, wow, y'all, it's a party, drinking beers. Oh, you don't see that. Why? Because they're in preparation. And anytime you're in preparation, it consists of some separation and some isolation. That's just to be real with you. And so when you're elevating to the next level in life, when the universe is preparing you to go to the next level, when Yah, the Most High, is God is creating you and preparing you to be launched out, a lot of times that would consist of separating you. A lot of times that would consist of moving you aside or putting you in a different place or a different space, right? But how many times have you saw the real expensive stuff housed with the bootleg stuff? You don't see it, right? You may see the lower level stuff over here, but then you go over here, you see the high selling valuable stuff, right? So a lot of times when you know you're about to be prepared to take off, when you know you're about to shift to another level, when you know you're about to shift to another level, I'm telling you, a lot of that time is going to, what's going to come before that time. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. But a lot of times when you know you're about to get launched to the next level, you will start being separated. You'll start being isolated. You'll start seeing people fall off. People start leaving out your life. And it'll be for the reasons that's so crazy. You're like, what? I got, I realize now that, um, is that everybody can't go with you. And you can't go with everybody. Thank you, his daughter. Appreciate you. You can't go with everybody. And everybody can't go with you. So a lot of times when you're about to get elevated, next thing you know, you'll be separated. Right? Exactly. You got to be okay with letting go. You got to be okay with saying, this is not for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us want to keep things in our lives and people around that never was supposed to be there. And let me tell you this story about some roses. So this is when I was living back in Michigan. I was living in Melvindale, Michigan, right outside of Detroit at this time. And this is when I was with my ex-wife, right? So we had some roses. We was renting this house. We was renting this place at the time. And the lady next door had been there forever. You know what I'm saying? I guess she grew up in the neighborhood. And so she had been there forever. So she knew the owner. Her and the owner was really cool to the house, cool guy. But I was renting the place, so it was mine, right? And so this lady, she used to just do like crazy stuff, like cut down the side of my grass and all this. You know what I'm saying? And and so I'm like, it's weird because One day we had these beautiful roses in our backyard, right? And the lady used to just come over, and I used to have to tell her, please, ma'am, don't touch my grass. I cut my grass a certain way. So she would cut part that was over by her house. She'd do it the way she did it. I'm like, ma'am, stop cutting my grass. So we kind of had little words on that many times. And so I'm like, this lady, I'm like, something wrong with her. And I guess because, thank you, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I guess because she knew the owner and she'd been there, she felt like she could do whatever she want with the house. But so one day I come out and all the rose bushes is cut completely. I go in the back and this lady like went back there and cut all the tops off the roses, right? She cut all the tops off the roses, and I go back there, I'm looking, and the bushes look empty, and I'm tripping like, what the heck? And I went in the house, I'm going spaz. I'm like, yo, I can't believe this lady done cut my roses like this. And I'm fussing and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to even say nothing to her, because that's what she want me to do, right? So I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad, I'm mad. I'm hotter than fish grease, as they say. And I just forgot about it. I think I might have said something like, ma'am, but I knew it wasn't going to go nowhere. And so I just left it alone, right? And about 3 weeks later, a month later, I go in the backyard. I look, and the roses had came back. And when I tell about they came back with a vengeance, these roses looked 5 times better than they had looked before she cut them. I'm talking about they was beautiful. And what I found out is that she took the roses through a pruning process. And see, I wasn't familiar with how you take care of a rose. I wasn't familiar with how you do with roses. And so she was. And so although she came in my backyard and cut my roses, it actually did better, because apparently when you cut a rose and you prune it, it makes it grow back even better. And that's what happened, right? And I had to say, wow, I learned something, right? So sometimes you have to get cut back in order to move forward. Sometimes some things have to get trimmed off of you in order for you to go to the next level, right? And so all separation, all isolation is not punishment. A lot of times when you find yourself by yourself, you're not being punished. It's not because, you're such a bad person. It's because you're being prepared. You're being prepared. Let me read something to y'all. In today's episode, The Morning Shift with Corey Cofield, will dive deep into the truth that too many people overlook. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. When life gets quiet, when people walk away, and when doors close without warning, it can feel like you're being rejected or overlooked. But the truth is, preparation often looks like separation. The period of isolation may feel lonely, but it's divinely positioning you. Anything with a great purpose must first go through a season of preparation. That includes you. A high calling requires a high capacity. A high capacity is built through solitude and in solitude, not in a crowd. Just like a masterpiece is crafted behind closed doors, your destiny is being shaped in the unseen. This isn't punishment, it's refinement. So you're being refined right now. You're being set aside so that you could be used for a greater purpose. Some of the things we're going to talk about today is why separation don't mean rejection. It means selection. How isolation can be an essential phase to preparation. We will have some spiritual and some psychological powerful point of views. One, why separation doesn't mean rejection. That's what we're going to talk about at the first. Why does separation don't necessarily mean rejection? Separation is often misunderstood as rejection, but in many cases, it's a sign of divine purposeful selection. You're not being cast aside, you're being called aside. It's a difference. Y'all hear that? It's a difference. You're not being cast aside. You're being called aside. Come on, man. Y'all got to understand that. It's a difference when somebody throw you aside, like, get out of here, you bum, kick you to the side, right? But then it's a difference when somebody say, hey, you, come here. You wait right there. Stand right there. Because they got something for you. They're going to give you the special treatment. You're gonna get in through the back door, right? This stuff is real. You're not being cast aside. You're being called aside. So a lot of times, like I said, you gotta separate yourself in order to prepare. Once again, if you ever watched a boxing match of any kind, or even any kind of sport, the teams are isolated before the sport. Absolutely, thank you. The story strategist. I like that. That's dope. The story strategist. I'm a Toastmaster, man, and if y'all haven't heard of Toastmasters, it's a speaking platform. They have a contest every year, and they got speakers who compete all over the world. Every city in the country, in the world, has it. From India, Afghanistan, everywhere has a Toastmasters, and they all come together once a year for a big speaking contest. And one of the contests they have is a storytelling contest, where you have to put together a story, and you have to deliver it. And so you got people that win that. You know what I'm saying? So I always like storytelling. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little sidebar. Thank you, Toastmasters is amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's get into this right quick, y'all. Why separation doesn't mean rejection. Separation is often misunderstood as rejection, but in many cases is a sign of divine purposeful selection. You're not being cast aside. You're being called aside. All right? Here's a real life living example. Martin Luther King Jr. He spent years in quiet preparation before becoming the face of the civil rights movement, right? His time in solitude and study enabled him to emerge as a powerful voice of justice. See, sometimes you have to be quiet to be prepared. Sometimes you can't be in every conversation in order to be prepared. Sometimes you got to go and be by yourself in order to be shaped. Did you know that? But it's the truth. It's really the truth. Listen to this. Y'all know I'll be coming with the receipts. Here we go. A study done in the personality of social psychology found that individuals who embrace solitude experience greater clarity, creativity, and personal growth, suggesting that separation often fuels high-level development. That was a study in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin. It was found that individuals who embraced solitude experienced greater clarity, creativity, and personal growth, suggesting that separation often fueled high-level development. You hear that? This was a study done by psychologists saying that people who embrace solitude, people who were able to go sit down somewhere and be by themselves. Let me tell you something. It's the realest stuff I could tell you, man. Listen, a lot of us have to get comfortable with quiet. A lot of us have to be comfortable with the singular. We're so bred and programmed to think we need a big group. Did you know most times big groups cause more distraction? Did you know in order to lead an orchestra, you have to turn your back to the crowd? Sometimes to create something beautiful, you have to separate yourself in order to do it. But we're so used of society making it the norm to just be outside. As we say, I'm outside, hey, bunch of music, doom, 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 a lot of movement. Do you know you can't get to a high level of concentration with all that noise? Sometimes you have to be moved in order that you can be talked to. Sometimes you have to shut off the noise in order to develop your plan. So I'm telling y'all, some of y'all need to disappear for 90 days. Some of y'all need to disappear for 90 days. Just don't go nowhere. Lock in. Wake up, get you an early time when you wake up and just meditate and just turn to yourself. Hear yourself, hear your own thoughts. So many of us are bombarded by social media and what social media is wanting us to see, what the algorithm wants us to put in front of our eyes. But don't you know some of the greatest things come from within? Some of the greatest things ever comes from within a person. Take some time, man. Segregate yourself. And let me tell you, it's best to segregate yourself than to have Yah separate you. I always say it's better to jump off the cliff and build wings while you fall than to get pushed. Because when you get pushed, most times you're not prepared. But if you jump off, most times you're ready to build. Be like, say, you talking about 90 days? I wish I could do 7. That's the challenge, y'all. Just separate yourself for 7 days. Only mandatory phone calls. Only mandatory conversations. 7-day challenge. The 7-day separation challenge. That's what we on. See if you can do it. See if you can take 7 days to have minimal conversations. Minimal interactions. Just go 7 days. And I guarantee, watch the stuff you get. Watch the downloads you receive. As a good friend of mine, Deanne Delane, say downloads. Downloads. I'm getting a download. Shout out to my people, man. Shout out to Sign With Me, man. Shout out to my Minderfest people. Popping off, sharing what's going on. Be like, Amparel, happy Saturday. You know. Hey, but actually, y'all, I'm going to start not streaming on Sunday mornings. I may stream later on that day, but I started to see like every day I'm getting up at 4 a.m. I'm streaming and then I'm doing my day. Sometimes I don't get into bed till I don't lay down till 1, 2 o'clock, and I'm right back up at 4. And so you got to be smart and intelligent when it comes to your life. And sleep is one of the greatest things that causes that we deprived of. Sleep. You know, when you don't get enough sleep, it leads to all kind of stuff. It literally leads to all kind of stuff when you don't get enough sleep, man. You got to take your time and get some sleep. Get some rest. Because rest restores you. Did y'all know that? Rest restores you, man. So um, I said I'm going to take Sunday and I'm going to just sleep in until I wake up on my own. How many times can you do that, y'all? Share the live with some people, y'all, if y'all can. Please share with at least one person. How many times do we just wake up on our own? We sleep until it's time that you wake up. I rarely do that. So I'm going to take Sunday to do that. And then later on that day, I'll probably stream. And but yeah, we're talking about you're not punished, you're being prepared. How sometimes you got to sit yourself aside in order to move forward. So sometimes you got to sit yourself aside in order to move forward. So like I said, we're talking about we just read a study. If you're just jumping in, we just read a study that said a study that was done by the Personality of Social Psychology Bulletin found that individuals who embrace solitude experience greater clarity, creativity, and personal growth, suggesting that separation often fuels high-level development. So in order to be able to function at that high level, sometimes you got to separate yourself. How isolation can be an essential phase of preparation. Isolation provides uninterrupted space for transformation. Listen to that. Isolation provides uninterrupted space for transformation. Like we talked about a couple days ago when I talked about the cocoon, right? This caterpillar goes into a cocoon, and the cocoon don't look pretty. It's isolated, it's set aside, it's separated. But once, what happens after that month, that 3 week span, sometimes 6 weeks, it turns into a butterfly. So isolation provides uninterrupted space for transformation. It allows one to shed distractions, build inner strength, and focus on personal development. Even Yahshua separated for 40 days one time and went in the wilderness. That was right before beginning the ministry. He went in the wilderness for 40 days, separated himself. I'm talking to the people who know Bible, right? Moses spent 40 years. He had to go spend 40 years in a whole nother place before he started leading Israel. These weren't wasted years. These were years of preparation, right? Let me one more time. We come in with the statistics. A study from the University of Virginia in 2014 found that 67% of men and 25% of women preferred administrating an electrical shock to themselves rather than being alone with their thoughts for 15 minutes. You hear that? Listen to this study. 67% of men and 25% of women preferred administrating an electrical shock to themselves rather than being alone in their thoughts for 15 minutes. That's how bad we're running from our own thoughts. That's how bad people are running from their own mind. They want to be so into everybody else's thoughts and what they're doing that they would rather shock themselves than to stop and just think for 15 minutes with their own mind. How crazy is that? This means, and that shows you how rare and valuable solitude is in developing mental resilience. Solitude creates like mental strength. Like a lot of people that talked about, in prisons and jail, you know what I'm saying? How you put a person in confinement. A lot of people say it leads to them being stronger because they block out all the noise and they can just think on their own. Come on, man. Solitude helps detox the soul from external noise, reconnecting you to Yah and build psychological endurance. And it can also reduce stress and sharpens intuition. Solitude is linked to improved concentration, better decision making, and enhanced emotional regulation. This is according to Dr. Sherry Berger Carter. She states that increased productivity and it boosts creativity. This is people who studied this. So a lot of times when we being set aside, when we being like I said, not set aside, you're being called aside because you got some things to do in your life. So just know, sometimes you'll get separated. Sometimes people will get removed from your life. But let me tell you, when somebody walk out your life, let them. When somebody walk out your life, let them. Let them. As simple as that. You don't have to have people around you. You don't have to be on the phone all day. You don't have to always be somewhere. You can be right in your house, sitting on your couch and just having a day filled with nothing. I don't got nothing to do. According to Dr. Sherry Carter, solitude is linked to improved concentration, better decision making, and enhanced emotional regulation. And listen, that was a study that was done in the Journal of Abstinence. The Journal of Abstinence showed that intentional solitude contributed to greater emotional well-being and autometry. Not autometry. Autometry, what the heck, boy? Anomaly, especially in those with higher self-awareness. That was a study done in 2019. So I'm telling you now, man, like, look at Steve Jobs, what happened with him and the whole thing, right? With Apple. He was fired from Apple in 1985, excuse me. And after that, he went to all these other things and all these other places. But ultimately, he returned back and turned the whole company around. How you think it felt when he got fired? So listen, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Look, you're not always going to have a crowd. You're not always going to have a bunch of people around you all the time. It doesn't work like that at all. It doesn't work like that. But I'm here to tell you that you're not being punished, you're being prepared. So people going to walk out your life. Some situations going to end. Some things not going to go right. But that don't mean you're being punished. Just know that you're being prepared. Just know you're being prepared. There's not always going to be a lot of noise around you, especially when you got some higher level stuff to do, man. So how y'all doing today? What's going on? Chad, who got tongue tied? What's going on today, y'all? It's Saturday. I think it's going to be pretty good today. Let me see if I covered everything I want to cover. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I got 3 more things to share with y'all and we out of here. Okay? These are 3 compelling statistics that prove separation and denial doesn't necessarily mean rejection, but are often a part of growth, redirection, and preparation. Here's one. 85% of successful people say a major setback or rejection helped redirect them to their purpose. You hear that? 85% of successful people said that a major setback or some type of major rejection helped redirect them to their purpose. A survey by the Success magazine found that 85% of highly successful individuals, entrepreneurs, through thought leaders and creatives, reported that a personal or professional rejection led to a greater clarity. You hear that? According to the Success magazine, 85% of highly successful individuals reported that a personal or professional rejection led to a greater clarity and eventually success. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. Yo, this was an article published in the Success magazine. 85% of highly successful people said that it was due to a setback or some kind of big denial that led them on and put them on the right path and helped them be successful. That lets you know that this is proof. This is statistic proof. And this was in the Success magazine, the role of rejection in personal growth. This was a study done a study and article wrote in 2021 in the Success magazine, the role of rejection in personal growth. Let's read it one more time. 85% of successful people say major setbacks or rejection help redirect them to their purpose. A survey by the Success magazine found that 85% of highly successful individuals, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and creatives reported that a personal or professional rejection led to greater clarity and eventually success. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. Success magazine, the role of rejection in personal growth, 2021. As I tell you, we be coming with the receipts, man. This is right here showing you 85% of successful people said that a rejection or a denial really helped them. This is the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective. We shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. So if we can shift our perspective to say that to show you that all setback, all rejection, all denial is not bad. Absolutely. And Perel, you know how we do it. We come with receipts. These are studies from highly successful people. Here's another statistic. 67% of people who were laid off from their job later reported finding better and more fulfilling work. Did you hear that? In 2020, a study from the University of Phoenix found that 67% of professionals who experienced job loss, a common form of separation, eventually landed in positions that were better aligned with their values, purpose, and talents. This, according to the University of Phoenix Career Institute. The study was done in 2020. Now, most of us will look at a job loss as the end of the world. You got people that go up on top of buildings and unalign themselves because their job left, right? But this study is showing that 67% of people that happened to reported finding better and more fulfilling work. They reported finding something that aligned with them more, that they would have never found if they would have stayed where they were. Look, let me tell you about the crawfish. So crawfish, a story about the crawfish that was being shipped from overseas in China. So they were shipping crawfish from overseas from China, right? And when the crawfish would get here, like half of them would be unalived because they couldn't survive the trip. You know, it would take like a month, 30 days to get them over here on a boat, right? And so through that time, they couldn't survive because they were just sitting there stagnant in the dark. And by the time they got to America, they would half of them be dead. So somebody thought of this: the catfish is the crawfish natural enemy. The catfish and eat them. So what somebody thought of, let's put a catfish, just one catfish inside the crate with the crawfish. And just that one catfish being in there with the crawfish stirred them up so much, they was on their toes so much the whole trip, that when they arrived to America, not one of them was unalived. All of them arrived living. Why? Because they put something in the water that kept them on their toes. They kept them aware. Just imagine if you sitting outside. You ever been sitting somewhere and you see a dog with no leash? You be looking like your attention is highly ready to get on if you have to. And so just like the crawfish were all motivated and stirred up by the presence of a catfish, a lot of times, y'all, our lives can be stirred up and moved forward by the presence of trials, separation, and things that happen to us. So we have to embrace the process, y'all. Embrace it. Everything you go through is not to punish you. It's to prepare you. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the study done by the University of Phoenix Career Institute. 67% of people who were laid off from their job reported finding better and more fulfilling work. In a 2020 study of the University of Phoenix found that 67% of professionals who experienced job loss, a common form of separation, eventually landed in positions that were better aligned with their values, purpose, and talents. So see, everything that happens to you is not meant to destroy you. And see, ironically, a lot of us have to be pushed because stuff you were supposed to do years ago and you still ain't did it. Some of us got movies that you were supposed to write, books, plays, songs, businesses you knew you were supposed to been start and been procrastinating for years. So sometimes life have to push you out in order for you to move. And I know that's true. Last but not least, 75% of people say time alone helped them make more important life decisions. This was according to the American Psychological Association. The name of the study and the publication was called Solitude and Decision Making. This was done in 2019. American Psychological Association did a study called Solitude and Decision Making. Solitude and Decision Making. And that study showed that 75% of people say time alone helped them make more important life decisions. Listen, this was a national survey. In the National Mental Wellness Survey, 3 out of 4 participants shared that being alone during tough times led to deeper reflection, healing, and clarity, providing that solitude is not punishment, but preparation for a more focused life decision. There you go. In the National Mental Wellness Survey, 3 out of 4 participants shared that being alone during tough times led to deep reflection, healing, and clarity. There go the receipts, man. This proves that solitude is not punishment. It's preparation for a better way, for a different way, for a different route. These stats that I've just read affirms that being set apart is often a setup for something greater, not a sign that you're unworthy or unwanted. Come on, man. It's so much stuff that I can go, like when I was researching this stuff, I found so many things, so many studies, man, that showed contrary to everything we believe when it comes to being separated, when it comes to being called aside. Here's one more study that I read. 92% of people say a closed door in life eventually led them to a better opportunity. I just want to start pop locking like, bro, I be coming, bro, listen, y'all ain't got to hear me. Y'all ain't got to hear me. But I'm telling you right now, 92% of people say a closed door in life eventually led them to a better opportunity. This was a study in 2022 that was done by LinkedIn. It was a career insight poll. It revealed that 92% of professionals believed that a door being shut, whether job, relationship, or opportunity, ultimately directed them to something more fulfilling or aligned with their purpose. This was a LinkedIn study and survey done in 2022. Here's another one. 80% of creative breakthrough happens during periods of solitude or separation. According to research published in the Journal of Creative Behavior, 80% of major creative insight and innovation occurred during periods of intentional solitude, showing that isolation is the breeding ground for breakthrough, not rejection. Again, that was in the Journal of Creative Behavior. Look, here's a Harvard human development study. This was from Harvard. Human development study. 70% of people who experience social or professional distancing end up redefining their identity in more empowering ways. A Harvard study on personal development found that 70% of people who go through separation from social groups, careers, or toxic environments report a stronger sense of identity and purpose afterwards. Yo, I ain't even saying no more. Y'all go play this live back, and when you can, and look and hear these statistics, these studies that's proving it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be separated. It's okay to be called aside. I can't do no more. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, man. Thank you for inviting somebody. Oh, thank you so much. The enlightened one. The enlightened one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all want a few more? If y'all want a few more statistics, if y'all want 3 more, just put 3 more. Put the number 3 in the chat. If you want me to give you 3 more statistics that proves what I'm saying, just put 3 more. 3 more statistics that shows. Oh, I got to. Enlightenment say, give me 3. Give me 3. Okay, the story strategist, you said 3 more? Here we go. Here go 3 more. Because I had them already wrote down. I did. I already had them wrote down. I was hoping you told me to do it. Listen, 68% of entrepreneurs said their success began after a major or personal professional loss. Do y'all hear that? 68% of entrepreneurs say their success began after a major personal or professional loss. In a study by the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, in a study by the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, 68% of successful entrepreneurs credited their initial breakthrough to a moment of loss, denial, or separation, such as being fired, divorced, or walked away from something familiar. This was according to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. This was 2020 annual report. 68% of entrepreneurs said they came up because they got rejected, fired, divorced, or somebody walked away from them. Y'all know Virgin Mobile. Hold on, let me tell you this story right quick. This is watch this. Who owns Virgin Mobile? I forgot this guy's name, but y'all will know in a minute. I forgot. It's Virgin Group Holding, but the name of the gentleman who Richard Branson. Richard Branson. So let me tell you this. Watch this. So look, Richard Branson, a billionaire, he owns Virgin Mobile. He also owns Virgin Atlantic, right? Atlantic Airwaves. It's called Virgin Atlantic, a British airline he co-founded in 1984. It was originally established as British Atlantic Airways with the aim of flying between London and these other islands. Now, let me tell you what happened. Richard Branson, the reason why he ended up buying Virgin Atlantic and starting his own airplane, his own fleet. Look what happened to this guy. He had a really important meeting, and he was at the airport. And what they did was they booted him off the plane and a whole bunch of other people. They just said, hey, the flight's been canceled with no explanation. And he was pissed because he had a big meeting that he was supposed to be in. So what he did, he said, what you mean canceling it? I got first class tickets. I'm supposed to be on this plane, and they canceled it. So what he did was, at that moment, he went and he chartered a plane. He went, got his secretary. He said, look, we're going to charter a plane right now. We're going to rent one. And he found a company that rent that right out the airport that you can rent planes. You know, you can do that. Like you can rent jets, private jets. You can rent boats, yachts. You can rent airplanes. So what he did is he rented an airplane just for him. It was thousands and thousands of dollars, but he had money at the time. So he did it. And guess what? Then he had his assistant write up a cardboard note and says, hey, anybody that need to fly, you can fly right here. So he went and got all them people that got kicked off the flight that was going to where he was going, and he sold them all a ticket on his plane. And that's where it all started. From that moment on, he started Virgin Atlantic. So a situation, and now that's Virgin Atlantic, as we said, now is now Virgin Atlantic. Before it was British Airlines. He did this in 1984. But the only reason why he did it is because he got kicked off the other plane and he was pissed. And so he went and started his own plane and started a whole company out of defeat, out of rejection. So I'm telling you, this is a whole thing to show you that rejection don't necessarily mean. And he's one of this study says 68% of entrepreneurs say their success begins after the major personal or professional loss. Let's read the study one more time. In a study by the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, 68% of successful entrepreneurs credit their initial breakthrough to a moment of loss, denial, or separation, such as being fired, divorced, or walking away from something familiar. So all setbacks is not meant to punish you. It's meant to prepare you. I said I'm going to give y'all 3 more. Here goes the second one. 76% of adults say that time spent alone led to greater emotional resilience. A survey conducted by the Pew Research Center found that over 3/4 of adults acknowledged that solitude or isolation, whether voluntary or forced, helped them build emotional strength and personal insight. This was a study done called Solitude and Mental Health in 2021. Now, I told y'all I was going to give you 3 more. Here go another one. 83% of people who were excluded or left out socially eventually found new and more aligned relationships. Remember I tell you, when somebody walk out your life, let them. 83% of people who were excluded or left out socially eventually found new and more aligned relationships. In 2019, a report in the Psychological Today revealed that 80% of individuals who experienced social distancing or rejection ended up forming deeper, healthier connections with new communities and individuals aligned with their evolving purpose. When people walk out your life, let them. When people walk out your life, let them, let them, let them. People walk out your life, let them. When people walk out your life, let them, let them, let them. When people walk out your life, let them. When people walk out your life, let them, let them, let them. When people walk out your life, 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 let them, let them, let them. When people walk out your life, let them. Flat out, bruh. Tell me you leaving. You better not. I'll buy you a ticket. Man, don't play with me. Hey, look, y'all want two more? Y'all want two more? Put two more in there, and I promise this is the last two more. You feel me? You say you're going to hear that all day now? When people walk out your life, let them. When people walk out your life, let them, let them, let them. You know what I'm saying? You said give you two more? All right. We heard you. We doing it. Let me pull up my document. This is proof that being set aside, that I'm giving y'all statistical proofs that show just because something bad happened or something, you get set aside or left out, that's not all the way bad. And here we go. I got you. I got you enlightened. And thank you for the hearts. Or is that your name? Oh, that's beautiful. Listen to this. Listen to this. 88% of people say a season of being set apart helped them discover their true calling. 88% of people saying they admitted that being set apart helped them to develop their true calling. According to a 2021 Barna Group study on life purpose, 88% of respondents who experienced a period of separation, whether through loss, isolation, or transition, reported it led them to a deeper understanding of their gifts, purpose, and calling. Yo, 88% of people that got set aside, pushed aside, said that led to them being better. Here's another one. I said give you two more. Here it is. 74% of high achievers reported that rejection was necessary for their personal evolution. Bro, I be getting excited because, like I told you, if you can get something to help you jump the line, if you can get documents and ways to help you be better, yo, like this is it. 74% of high achievers reported that rejection was necessary for their personal evolution. It's another one, bruh. 74% of high achievers reported that rejection was necessary for their personal evolution. Guess what? You know who did that article? Forbes. Now, Forbes don't got the bag. Who do? In Forbes' survey of top performing professionals and creatives, 74% said a moment of personal or professional rejection caused them to reassess their path and evaluate their higher level of focus, strategy, and faith. This was according to Forbes magazine. Forbes. The setback led to high achievements. This was in 2020. And because you asked for two more, I'm about to give you one more. I'm going to give you three. This is the last one, though. 81% of people say isolation helped them detach from toxic influence. What's the hat on my joint, bro? Who put a hat on my head out here? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, TikTok. Thank you, man. I got 10,300 likes. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. And Perel, I know your finger over there like, I appreciate you. Enlighten. I thank y'all for liking it, man. It's Saturday morning, 6:44 in the morning. I got 10,400 likes. And Amperelle driving. She in a car listening to me. Look, Enlighten say I'm guilty. It was me. It was I. Yo, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, man. So listen, 81% of people say isolation helped them detach from toxic influences. A 2020 Mental Health American survey found that 81% of respondents who experienced a season of isolation discovered they were able to identify and walk away from unhealthy relationships, environments, or belief systems they once tolerated. That was a 2020 study in the Mental Health America. It was called Isolation and Self-Discovery. These findings further reinforce that separation isn't punishment, It's preparation. You're not being rejected. You're being repositioned for clarity, alignment, and purpose. That's all I got. West Side. Like, what you talking about? So yeah, man, that's all I got today. So I appreciate y'all for listening. Bam. Set apart is golden. Absolutely. Bam. Purposeful separate. I'm purposefully separate. Yo, text me that. That's a shirt, bro. We're getting a whole shirt made from that. I'm purposefully separated, bruh. Text me that. Be like one of y'all, Charlotta, somebody send that to me because that's a t-shirt. We about to put that across the front chest. I'm purposefully separated. So look, thank y'all. 11,000 likes. I'm grateful. Appreciate y'all. We up out of here though. I'm about to take a nap and eat some breakfast because I'm hungry than a Somalian kid. Y'all know I like food, the way to my heart. So let me just cover a few things before I jump off, y'all. Purposefully separated. Yes, enlightened. You can shoot me a DM with that. Because when I hang up, you know this junk gonna cut off. I'm not gonna see the chat. So somebody shoot that to my DM, please. So this is the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. We hear every single day but Sunday. We hear Saturday through Saturday. No, that'll be Sunday, right? So I would say Monday through Saturday. We hear Monday through Saturday. All right. Go over to YouTube for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Go to YouTube, Corey_Cofield. Y'all give me a follow on there if you've heard something that resonates with you. Also, you can go to CoreyCofield.com, get our custom merchandise. You feel me? Get our custom merchandise. Make America dream again. I do not endorse any political party. This is simply my mindset of what's going on in the world. We need to start dreaming again. That's God. That's Yahweh of getting his ideas into the world is through your dreams. So you got to do your dreams. All right. If you want to support us to be able to help us make custom merch like this, this is our Do Not Disturb line, our Mind Defense line. Do not disturb. Sometimes you got to put yourself on D&D in order to accomplish things in your life. So if you want to be a blessing and help us get this merch made, this stuff here is go to green, black. We got a lot of different colors, man, a lot of different merchandise. But what we do with this merchandise is what helps us shoot the content we shooting. Y'all know I don't get paid to do this stuff. I don't ask for nobody to send me nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do. But if you feel like that you want to support us, this is how you can do it. That's our Cash App. CTE Cash. CTE Cash. Corey Thomas Edward Cash. And that help us shoot the stuff we shooting, our live content that's going to be on our YouTube channel. So that's that. You can go there. And next is we also on Amazon. Go grab my book up. You can get that from CoreyCofield.com as well. My new book. Check it out. All right. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going, man. That's about it. But listen, don't forget, every Monday night, we on the Mind Defense meetup on 6:30. It's on Zoom. Super powerful, where we have different people come together. We got doctors, producers, real estate agents, all business owners, entrepreneurs of all kind meet on Zoom every Monday night at 6:30. And you ever heard of the saying, iron sharpens irons? Or You got to be around high vibrating people if you want to vibrate high yourself. So this is what we putting together. And we've been there now for a minute. And every Monday. This Monday, we talking about a great book called Money is My Friend. I don't have it with me right here, but Brittany Reeves is teaching on Money is My Friend, a new way of thinking, a new perspective on how to view money, right? If you grew up with a perspective of lack when it comes to money, you got to be there Monday night. I promise you. If you don't have the right relationship with money, it'll keep eluding you. But once you get the real reality of what money is and what it does, it'll keep circulating in your life every minute. Okay? God bless you too, young lady. PKR, pretty lady. Calling me handsome. I take that though. I take that though. Hey, y'all remember our theme song? If somebody walk out your life, let them. 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 That's the theme song today. If somebody walk out your life, let them. Remember that. Okay? Enlighten, you got that? Enlighten, where you from? What city you live in? Y'all who watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, or Instagram, I'm talking to some of my TikTok people that's viewing right now, and we got 11,400 likes. You from Vegas? What? Listen, I promise I'm gonna be in Vegas in like a few days, and I'm definitely going to this crab boil place. What you call it, a crab boil or whatever that junk is? You said this shirt remind you of your childhood? Yeah, I like this. Be kind. Be kind. That's what this say. I thought it said the words on here. It don't? Oh yeah, dude. Right here. Y'all see the little words. Be kind. Be kind. So yeah, seafood boil. Exactly. And Perel, I don't know what I'd do without you, girl. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to that. What is it called again? A seafood boil. This place in Vegas is supposed to be like the original place that did it, and I promise you, a king crab leg looked like my arm. They bring it to the table, like just sitting on your table, just broke up with all this meat on it. Oh. If y'all love me, give me a king crab. Okay, that's what I want. Cream, what a king? Be like what? A wasp stinger? Oh yeah, I got bit by a wasp one time in the face. It was crazy. It better be good too. I promise you it is. Guess what? It's $99 for one king snow crab. Now, so my crab boil will be costing like 200 some dollars because they charge you for that. Then you got to have all the other stuff in there. And how many know the eggs? I'll be having to order like 6 eggs in my joint. Like, yo, put 6 eggs, half a dozen. And I sit there, put the plastic thing on, the gloves, they pour it all on the table, boys. Oh my God. Hey, listen, Enlighten, I'm gonna hit you when I get there. Let me make sure you inbox me. Because when I get to Vegas, I'm gonna have you meet me there. I only got 100 for your stuff though. No, I'm just playing. You got stung in the Amperel. What? Amperel said I got stung in my thigh and the mark still there. Listen, I'm not laughing because you got stung by no wasp. I promise. But I'm just saying this, it's still there, the mark's still there. Like, so I remember when that wasp stung me that day, I'm literally just sitting there, right? And I see the wasp like flying, like, and I'm just sitting there. Why the hell I ain't move? I can't even tell you. It just literally flew and landed right on my face, like, and stung me. I cried like, boy, I cried like a newborn baby. I think I was like 11 or something. That thing bit me. My face swelled up so big. It was horrible, man. Straight up. But I tried to smack it down. I was crying, swinging at it. That thing was, it got away too. It pissed me off, man. I wish I could get it now. I think that's why I hate flies so much. You feel me? Like, when a fly come in my house, I promise you, it's war. I'm the person that will catch a fly and pull every wing off. Like, why are you in my house? You got all these other places you can fly in the whole world, and then you fly and land on my sandwich. And I promise you, look up on the internet what a fly does when it lands. And I promise you, you'll never look at it the same. And the other day, I'm outside, right? Sitting there doing some studying. Why a fly land on my damn straw top right here? I almost threw the whole cup away. I said, mother, missed it. I tried to smack his wing off if I could. Ray, ready? you keep the raid with you. So look, this is what I bought. I bought this, and I filled it with alcohol. When I tell you I done went through 2 bottles of alcohol in the last 3 days, Windex. I literally want to cry because I never thought about Windex. I promise I'm going to get Windex today.com. Because this alcohol, but it used too much of it. But if I get a big bottle of Windex, yes. Listen, enlighten. I don't know who gave you the fly unaliving skills that you have, but thank you. Because I'm going to get the Windex today. And I'm going to make a video spraying the hell out of damn fly. Because this right here with the alcohol, knock them out the air. They be flying out just. So now I feel like I'm the Terminator. Like, now I go outside. I'm going outside with this. I'm going to their house and spraying them. You can't even got to be in my house no more. I got a personal war against flies, and I'm going outside, and everyone I see flying, I'm going to spray your little wing. I promise you, man. Y'all don't hate flies? Somebody tell me literally, for real, what's the purpose of a fly, bro? What's the purpose of a fly? Why are they around? I don't understand it. God just like, okay, let me make something to irritate you. Don't have a fly in your room and you be asleep. The Negro know exactly where your ear hole is. How? I don't know. I don't know. You feel me? But I know I hate them, and I've made war. Yeah, exactly. Well, I hate spiders too. I ain't messing with no spider, bro. Mosquitoes? What? Oh yeah, yeah. See, mosquitoes not too bad out here in California. Not like I was in Detroit. Grew up in Detroit, man. You summertime, you get ate up. I guess in Cali it'd be too hot. I guess it's all depends on where you are as well. But I don't like none of that stuff, man. I don't want to see a bug. I don't want to see nothing. You feel me? Apparel, what is wrong with you? she said they find your ear hole in the dark. yo, that's so crazy. Yo, that man be laughing. Yo. She ain't lying. That fly will literally find your ear hole in the dark, bro. It made me slap myself the other day. Like, I'm getting it. If I ever get up, it's war. I'm not sitting down to the fly dead, flat out. I'm not sitting down to I can't say that word. Until he unalived. I want to show y'all something right quick, and I'm about to get off. I want to show y'all what somebody sent me, and this junk had me crying, laughing, man. This is a picture somebody sent me of what they did to a fly in their house. And I promise you, I cried. It was on Instagram. Look at this. Watch this. I'm gonna show TikTok first. Look at this. This dude dissected the fly, bro. You see this? He took off every wing, every foot, everything. Look at this. Okay, here y'all go. Look at this, man. This how I'm doing a fly in my house. Straight up. I'm taking off every wing, every little leg. His little body gonna be there. I'm pulling off the eye. Straight up, bro. That's what I'm doing. Can you believe that? When I say I literally cried, like tears. When I first saw that, I could not. I said, that person hates flies more than me, which I thought was phenomenal. So yeah, y'all, that's it, man. Thank y'all for being with me today. In line, make sure you hear me though, straight up. Because when I pull up in Vegas, and you always on here too, I appreciate your support. I don't know what time you get up, but you be up early with me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amperel, I appreciate you. You're amazing. You're always here. That's my moderator who will block you so fast. That will block you so fast, bro. You don't know what hit you. You say some crazy junk, bro. You be blocked with the speed of Grayskull. She just put on here, hashtag blocked. Hey, but listen, check out Be Like Foundation. Y'all can go over to her Instagram, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, Be Like Amperel. And she has a foundation for helping kids with cancer, man. Got a true heart to really do a good thing. Lost her son on I think, was it Father's Day? 12 years ago? I know it was 12 years ago. And I'm not going to even try to say, what the name of the particular cancer was. She told me like 20 times, but I can't think of it. I kept saying leukemia, but that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Be Like, man, she the truth. They have like every Tuesday they give like $2. She got like a a Giving Tuesday where she asks people to give her $2. Like, who can't spare $2, bro? Like, straight up. You know what I'm saying? So check her out, man. She's a amazing person, amazing mission that they're doing. This is the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where I help shift your perspective of what you only wish to see, what you own. This is the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. Okay? So yeah, man, today we got a little fun at the end, talking, just, we got to do that sometimes, So I appreciate y'all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll be back Monday. We'll be back Monday, 5:30 a.m. Okay? 5:30 a.m. California time. Right? Thanks for the morning vibe. I like the green heart. I might do another t-shirt with just a green heart. Until next time, enlighten. Hey, look up that, what is it called again? The seafood boil. Look that place up. I gotta find it. It wasn't too far from the strip, if I can remember. And it was like the first one that was the first one in Vegas. It was like the original. I forgot the name of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey yo, like, what you say, shirt? I don't know. Yeah, look that up, because I promise you that place is so amazing. And I'm hitting there as soon as I get there. Straight off the road. into the crab boil or seafood boil, whatever you call it. But listen, appreciate y'all. Give me a green D&D. I got it. So listen, do you want the whole green, or you want like a cream with the green colors? We got this one, but I got another one that's, hold on, let me show you this right quick, be like, Amperel. Oops, I'm gonna call my brother. If my phone ring, my bad, because I done call my brother this by mistake. He gonna call me back. So look at these. Look at these, what we got coming. It's so dope. You just tell me which one, and I'll get that right over to you, young lady. Let me see. So we got the black and green like this. Man, don't go low battery soon as I'm showing people. The black and green like this, right? Or we got, let me show you. We ain't playing no game, bro. Or we got, I'm gonna pull up the green one for you. We got cream with the green on the back. I like that one. That's the one I'm gonna start wearing next. I gotta be careful, y'all, because I get this stuff made and then I just be wearing it myself. Like, bro, you gotta sell this, Corey. Like, but you know, this thing I know I be wanting to wear it. Like, oh, this dope. Like, no, bro, no. I'm looking up this picture right now. I don't know why it's eluding me. Not for long though. Oh, here it go. Bam! What I tell you? Not for long though. This the green one. See that? That's the green you like? What you say, be like? I do need some juice right now. All green? Okay. All right, we'll talk offline. I appreciate y'all. We out of here, y'all. Have a y'all day. And may every dream you have come true. Believe it and go get it. Appreciate y'all.